Hi. Hi, hello. Um, it's me. It's, it's Milo Polly. And, I was doing a Q&A, and it asked me anything. AMA, And we have, here, Living Potato. They asked me, about, the process of how I even, like, made the Black Forest video. And, how it evolved. And I have a few things to say. Well, first off, it was developed in about 9 months. And normally my one of my videos, I say normally, but I have like a sample size of 4, but of 3. But I don't count this one. This one doesn't count. But yeah, 2 of these were made in 2 weeks, and this one was made in 9 months. Why so long? Because it's the first one I made. I just was having fun with it instead of actually like making something for an audience. I was making something for the sake of making something, and then it finding an audience, and not made for an audience. It was 9 months. I was meant to be studying those 9 months for my Oh, by the way, I'm not American. You can tell by my shit accent. But not American. And I was preparing for my country's version of the SAT, to enter a college, apply for any college. I ended up in an institute. I applied for a scholarship. I don't know if it will go through, but the social worker there said that I was well below, like far below, the amount of wealth that the average guy applying would have for applying for a full scholarship. So maybe I'm a bit fucked. Maybe I'm a bit economically fucked, I'd say. But in those 9 months, I was kind of grounded. I'm still living with my parents, by the way. I was kind of grounded, and I was forced to study all day, 100% of the day. And as you can probably tell, by the fact I have ADHD and autism. By the way, the Discord ping is part of the song. Don't mind it. But fuck. See, I got distracted. But since I have ADHD and autism diagnosed, I couldn't concentrate. I ended up like just thinking about the video. Had the video come to be? Shit, man, I kind of I don't know. I mean, I made the Yi Song shorts. I made 2 of them, and one of them actually like had 1K views, 1,000 views. And I said, maybe I have a little bit of a chance. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make another video. So I did. I need to come up with a proper like I need to get proper material. I knew I wanted it to be Project Moon. Looking at the material I had, I was like, you know what? I think that the most proper story I can do with a Project Moon thing, I can feasibly do, is the birds. The the Apocalypse Bird story. And I wanted to do it with the I said, it would be cool if Stephen Fry narrated the story of the birds, and it was like a storybook. I was like, oh, wait a second, I can do a pretty half decent British narrator voice. What if I do it? You know, since I'm making up, since all of my work is to, you know, function as a portfolio for my voice work. And I just recorded a few lines and animated them, and actually, I can show you something. It's not even in the final video, but I think I have. Yeah, this is the first ever thing I did for a video, with the first line. Maybe it's the audio still here. No, this is the first thing I animated. It may be broken. It is broken actually. Because of misplaced textures and stuff, you know, from my dead hard drive. But this is first ever scene I you know, made for a video. And once upon a time, 3 happy birds lived in a warm, dusky forest. No, fuck. Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, 3 happy birds, and then big bird, small bird, and long bird. And you know, you have that. And this is the first thing I animated, and I say, you know what? If I made a bunch of these with a bunch of funny jokes, because this looks like shit. Okay, first of all, this looks like shit. It's funny as shit though. It's funny as hell though. So I just went with it and said, you know what? If it's gonna look like shit, it better be funny. And so I decided to like integrate the aspect of humor into the video. And you know, that's how it got made. Then later I thought, you know what if I prove myself? You know, what if I prove myself as an animator and it's a proper like it's a proper heavy air quotes, proper filmmaker. And so I made the It's the Beast section all cinematic and shit. And I thought that the funny in there, because everything that has to be funny. Okay, everything in the video has to have some sort of funny. Like this is, oh, it's funny because they are in Minecraft, you know. And Minecraft funny, and Minecraft better than Fortnite. I am Reddit. But yeah, everything had to have some sort of humor, and the humor in there was the fact that it was so different from the rest of the video, and I was like, oh shit, it's serious now, what the fuck? And the fact that it still kind of looks like, well, a little bit of an ass. Oh yeah, this is how the scene looks. This is how it looks shaded. Fuck, I keep using the emulated. What even is this? Is this unused? This looks weird. Anyway. And so I made this. And you know what? I wanted it to look good and be properly animated. And so I tried. I cut out the eye. It's a separate object. I think I can click it. May I please click the eye? There you go. But if you look closely, you can see that it doesn't fit. And then everything else was like filled in. That was me. I'm going to fucking quit Discord. Shut the fuck up. Those are my friends. I love my friends. But yeah, I just made this, you know, properly animated with little knowledge about animation I have. And you know, for the funny. Everything else it just fucking is history, I guess, you know, to end it off with a cliche. You know, it's kind of cool story time, right? Did you know I had a previous recording where the audio where I explained all of this? where the audio fucking died, and it was 20 minutes, and now I said everything I wanted to say, and it's 10 minutes. What the fuck is up with that? I don't like that. Maybe the meds finally hit. By the way, I'm back on my meds. Isn't that cool? I'm back on my meds. I'm actually doing stuff. But yeah. If you want to ask me any other questions, anything, okay? I am here 24/7. I have a phone on my pocket 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping. In my pocket, I sleep with jeans on. Yeah, just ask me anything, man. How long can a video be for Twitter? Maybe I'll upload it to second channel. The channel that I made for second, that I made explicitly for behind the scenes stuff. One would assume this would be uploaded there. But never mind. That's how the video evolved. Because I was bored. I should have read the actual question, to make sure I got all my bullet points right. But yeah, in regards to me as an individual, hello, my name is Mai. My favorite color is orange. Fuck, what can I tell you about me? I need very expensive medication to live. Not only for my brain to function, because I have the never do anything disease named ADHD, but also I have severe allergies to grass, the smell of grass and touching grass. I actually get rashes when I touch grass, so I can't lie in the grass, like Carmen. Smelling grass also fucking kills my nose. Smelling dust, the sun, makes my skin itch. And I have no talent for anything. The only thing I ever... Fuck, I did this again. Fuck, I doxed myself. I'm gonna have to remove that in post. No, I'm just gonna leave it in there. Fuck it. But I don't have any talents. My talent is speaking English. Because again, I'm not from a country that natively speaks English. So I just had this I just kind of learned by fucking the knowledge just kind of spawned in my head during the pandemic. I didn't actually make an effort to learn English, but then it just kind of fucking happened, and that was my talent. And now, it isn't worth anything because I'm, speaking English with a whole other bunch of people, and there is nothing to me beside that. Every other skill I developed from the ground up, and then to the ground, back to the ground, face planted into the ground, and then up, and then fucking smashed my skull against the ground, and then up. I basically tried to learn Blender and then rage quit, and then 3 months later I learned Blender and rage quit, and then 3 months, for over the course of 5 to 6, just to not say, the 6 to the other number. Over the course of 5 to 6 years, it is 7. We're in 2026. Fuck. I just taught myself Blender. I never really had a knack for art. Never really had any talent. I'd show you my old drawings, but I have them on paper. I don't have a camera. And You know, I just kind of force myself to be better. This isn't good, but it looks like it has style. That's my it's style over substance, yes. But I don't have substance. So, you know, style's gonna have to do. But yeah. Just my recommendation, if you want to do anything, you're gonna have to try. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna fucking suck ass. Because trying sucks. Especially when you try and it doesn't give you result. But it's the only way. If there was any other option, I would recommend it. 100%. But since there isn't, this is what we're stuck with. If you want to be an artist, if you want to do anything, really, you have to try, you have to smash your head against the wall, and then think about why you're smashing your head against the wall and how you can solve it. That's what I did. I'm still smashing my head against the wall, don't get me wrong. Fucking Blender is still kicking my ass. You wanna see something? You wanna see something? I have this shot from the original video, from the Black Forest video. And this shot, if you look closely, it's fog. Now I looked up a tutorial on how to do fog and then I did it. Cool. It worked. Okay. I struggled. Okay, don't get me wrong. I struggled. But it worked. Compare this to this shot from the Nothing There video, which isn't out yet. You notice something? Notice how the there isn't a big ass cube and there's some weird fucking cone? You notice how it looks like shit? This is because I couldn't do it. I couldn't replicate it. And I didn't know I had the file. I looked up the files just because you asked. So you kind of I'm gonna steal from myself. I'm gonna steal this shot. So you technically did save me. You saved me all the trouble of doing that. But you saved the shot. But yeah, it looks like fucking ass. Looks all grainy and of pudding. But fuck. Because Blender is like that. To me, at least, because I don't have any talent. But what I do have is, if I have a problem, I'm gonna try to solve it. And I'm not gonna give up until my fucking head starts throbbing and I start wanting to hit things. And I say, you know what, maybe it's time for a break. And then I forget about what I had to do, and then it's 3 months. But yeah. That's how I do it. It's very inefficient. And very fucked. And there is no merit to what I do. But it works. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to make original series and all kind of things. And you know what? Maybe I won't be able to work with a team, you know, based on the kind of bullshittery I do. But I mean, you wanna see another funny thing? This is the model for the bird. Maybe I won't be able to work with a team, but you know what? I've managed. I've done things alone. I don't recommend it, but I've done things alone. So I'm just kind of fucked. Fuck, it's 20 minutes again. I just have a tendency to love fucking speaking about myself, you know, talking about myself. But I'm a fucking narcissist. I'm a bit of a egocentric, like Project Moon. But yeah. Any further inquiries, just ask me. I'm available. But yeah, that's kind of it. Cool. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do an update on the Nothing There video. I give up. I give up. Uh, it's way too much of a toll, and I think it's one of those projects that need more time to produce, like the bird video. I, however, have an idea. What if I make another video? Like the others, like the Roland and Blue Star video, most importantly the Blue Star video. What if I do that? You know, what if I do another video while I'm doing the first video? And that's what I'm gonna do. Next video, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. But likeliest is I'll stay on page. Likeliest, Magic Bullet and Censored. I mean Magic Bullet. Der Frischutz. Der Frischutz. Magic Bullet. And Censored. How am I gonna do Censored? NL Horror. I'm gonna rip on NL Horror. Fuck that. Cause this is a bit fucked. You know, all the censoring and stuff. Censored. I think I can manage. I can do different sounds, different voice bits. Actually, I have recorded a few voice bits. Let me open FL Studio. This is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna have to talk. But yeah, NL Horror for this one, and for the Magic Bullet video, I am actually going to... I mean, Magic Bullet, they're gonna be the same video. It's gonna be a 2-pack. Like the rapper. But no, it's gonna be 2. Because it's shorter, but I can do something with it. I can do the British narration, Stephen Fry, Little Big Planet, Slay the Spire narration again. For despair wears down the mind and drains one's will to go forward. When one feels there's nothing left to go for, the soul falls down to hell. See, I love doing that. So I can do it again, and I can tell something. And you know, the devil. Actually, this is artwork for the I'm gonna recycle this for the actual like video. You know, see how it's got a magic bullet? You know, Satan, you know, White Knight's got a magic bullet. That's kind of cool. But, yeah. You know, the devil. And I'm gonna animate that. It's gonna be, like, probably 2 weeks from now. Hopefully, please, let me do this. I have, like, a bunch of projects, too, from the Institute. I have to make 2 films. I have to make 2 short films. With an actual camera. I fucking despise cameras in live action. I don't like that. But I'm gonna have to do it. But yeah. Cool. That's it. Finally, I'm gonna reply to a Twitter comment with a 23-minute video, 24-minute video. But I don't know. I just felt like talking about myself. Anyway, thank you, Living Potato, for the question. I'm gonna post this on the second channel. I don't know if I can upload it to Twitter. But yeah. Thanks for asking. You make me feel like I am somebody. Then that I have like an audience left after 6 months from my last good video. But yeah, thank you for the support, as every single fucking YouTuber would say. Sorry if I bored you. Anyway, bye. Goodbye.